And here we are.
And here we are.
Oh my God.
No,
Kevin, you have to be quiet. Keep that in.
Hyper Talkative. Oh God, Ruby. Here we are.
Here we are.
The end of season 2.
I'm gonna cry.
Me too,
I feel
because
so far away from you.
I feel like, I know. Hi.
Hi.
I feel like when we started, when we started season 1 and we ended season 1, it was like, yeah, that was a whole season. But now
it's like, that was a whole 2 seasons.
That was a whole 2 seasons and it was completed in 2 days.
What?
Like I'm saying it went by quick. That was my way of saying it went by quick.
I was like, that's a lie.
Anyways, it's a tens episode,
It's a tens.
episode
You know
30,
what that
which you know what that means. Special guest! And on today's episode, we have Kevin Lynch.
Woo!
Say hello, Kevin.
Hello.
Now you can
Internet.
speak.
Yes, now I can speak. Oh my gosh, yes.
Kevin, for those of you who don't know, was our special giveaway winner from our Hyper Talkative Christmas, holidays, Hanukkah, every holiday giveaway.
Felt like ages ago.
Back in December.
Yeah.
It was ages
Crazy.
ago. It was like 4 months ago.
Jeez.
We've kept him waiting. But the day has come and we have a
Long
new
awaited.
guest.
How are you feeling today, Kevin?
I'm feeling pretty good. Yes, I'm feeling very, very good. I'm excited to be with you both, seeing where we end up. But I'm so used to MUTV and just how that's structured. It's just, this is such a different environment. I should feel more relaxed. I'm a little nervous, but I shouldn't be. It's you guys.
it's
you
okay
guys.
to
Why
be
am I
nervous.
nervous? Yeah.
It'll fade.
It'll fade.
We always get nervous.
It's also a
coming
little
in.
warm in here too.
It is hot in here. We got all
I'm
the
wearing
lights
short
on.
sleeve too.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know why I wore a sweater.
So, yeah, why did you?
I didn't have anything else.
That's
Look,
okay. So we met Kevin at the beginning of the fall semester. Kevin was a part of Millersville Students for Shapiro, which Ruby led.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Ruby being like, Kevin, I met this guy, Kevin. He's so
Yeah.
cool. He's so fun. And then I think the first time I met Kevin, I was outside of Lombardo, which is a building at Millersville where I work out of for tour guide.
Shout out.
And
you can request her.
No, you can't. Stop. And so I was out there like cheering on the freshmen as they were coming in. And Kevin rolled down his window and he was like, "Hi, Georgia." And I was like, "Who is that?" And then I saw you at the org fair and I was like, "Oh, it's the Kevin that Ruby was talking about."
It's him.
So, and the rest has been history.
The rest is
And now we're
history.
besties now.
And
so
here
true.
we are.
So
Woo!
true. And you're on the podcast.
Finally. I know when I was revealed to be the guest, I know so many people were so mad. So to all of those people who wanted to be on the podcast, I'm so sorry that they chose me. No, it's not that it was all random. It was all random too. But I know like your roommate Noel was being like, "How did he get it and not me? This is rigged."
Listen, there was a lot of backlash, but that's not on you.
No,
that's on us.
it's not.
I didn't know anything.
It's not on us. We did it random. That's just on
I'm
the
so
haters.
shocked that I got it.
It was
it was
literally
fully random.
Everyone's like, "Oh, you rigged it."
No.
We didn't.
I was with Ruby on FaceTime when we spun
didn't.
the wheel and it said Kevin Lynch. And
We
here you
plead.
are.
We don't.
We don't
We
cheat.
don't cheat. We don't rig.
So, the way this show works, Kevin, I know you know because you're a loyal fan, but what we do is we will start with a question.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's a random question from the random question generator.
However big,
However
small. However, today we thought we would switch it up a little bit, in honor of season 2 ending and ask
So
some
true.
people on our Instagram story to ask us questions, and we will use one of those as our random question to introduce ourselves. So we
way.
did that.
And honestly, the questions that we got are all banger questions.
Yeah, we're going to keep some of these
I have
for
no idea
the
what it
next
is,
episode.
so I'm just excited to see what it is.
Yeah. So if you asked a question and we don't read it, don't worry. We will answer it at some point.
Yes, we know that you're all dying to know our answers.
Yeah.
We will share.
Very topical.
Yeah.
All right. So the first response we got is the first question that we're going to read. And it is from my good old friend, Maggie,
Hey,
over
Maggie.
at Undergraduate Admissions with the Crew, where Kevin also works now. So
I just
shout
started working
out.
there. Oh, shout out crew. Shout out crew.
So Maggie D asked, "What's the best dessert you've ever had?"
Ooh.
I have my answer locked and loaded.
Me too.
I
All right.
don't. You guys go.
Okay, you go first.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So there's a place in Brooklyn that I went Brooklyn, New York, for my dad's birthday, his 50th, I think. Sorry if that's wrong. We went there for his 50th birthday, and it's a steak place called Peter Luger's Steakhouse.
Oh, that sounds good.
It's apparently a very famous steakhouse, like best steak, whatever, very popular in Brooklyn. Very expensive, you know, but it was for his birthday, whatever, pop off. Steak was delicious, but more importantly...
Sorry, I just...
like,
steak. Ruby loves steak.
Yeah.
But more importantly, their cheesecake. That cheesecake literally changed my life. It was the best cheesecake I've ever had. And like, I'm pretty good with cheesecake. I know my cheesecakes. This takes the cake. What?
I don't like cheesecake.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Why did I think you did?
Wow.
I thought we really bonded over that.
I think it's gross. I hate the texture.
Oh my
I don't like
God.
the taste. The thought of making cheese into a cake grosses me out.
It's not though.
It is, and it's gross.
It's not gross.
It's gross.
Thank you, Kevin.
Because my favorite dessert is also cheesecake. No way. But it is
I'm leaving. Kevin can take my spot.
Okay.
But it is from the Cheesecake Factory. So for those of you who are watching, probably know me best for me liking very bold flavors of stuff. Like I've been, like my brother who's watching right now. Yes, shout out Ryan.
Hey Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Hey Donna.
Hey Donna.
Donna.
Yes, Donna.
That's Kevin's mom.
Oh my gosh. So I've been known mostly throughout my childhood for liking bold and weird flavors.
Okay.
Right? It was weird. But I've been getting into more now just trying simple things. And
Good.
the
simple life.
simple things in life. And that's why like my favorite dessert right now is I love caramel.
Okay.
Or caramel. I don't know how people say it.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Good job.
We're all at a good consensus.
Yeah.
Right
There we go.
But I just love like a plain dulce de leche
Yeah.
cheesecake
Period.
from Cheesecake Factory.
Ruby's
It's so
over there
simple,
nodding her head
but
like she
yes.
likes cheesecake.
You're lying to your fans.
Whatever.
You're lying to the fans. But simple dulce de leche. Like it's so simple, but yet the caramel just comes oozing out. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Ruby, what are we thinking over there?
Not
Look,
cheesecake, that's for sure.
not cheesecake.
Shame.
My family growing up was never the ones to like get dessert at restaurants. Like we've
you're
barely ever. And
Ruby
you
is
guys
so-
know I love a sweet treat.
Yeah.
You're
My
a
sweet tooth, all of my teeth are sweet teeth. Like I don't have just one. I've got a lot
42?
of sweet teeth.
42.
I don't-
Do we have 42 teeth?
that seems like a lot. What?
Counting that out. Looking this up.
10, 11,
How many
12, 13, 14,
32.
32. You were
that's
close.
close.
I was 10 off.
You weren't that close. So I can't really say it was ever one from like a restaurant because we just never did that. But I will say, honestly, I think my mom would always make birthday cakes, but just like the yellow cake mix with the chocolate icing. You can't go wrong.
Wow.
True.
With some sprinkles on top.
Suzanne's
It's
cake
simple.
takes
Delish.
the cake. That's the second time I made that joke. I'm sorry.
But actually, oh no, I know what it is.
Oh my God.
I know what it is. There is this cake from Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
And it's seasonal. And so my grandpa, Papap, his birthday is end of May. Hey, Papap. And so a few years ago, we surprised him at a little surprise birthday party. And my cousins had driven up from Delaware and they picked up this cake from Whole Foods on the way. And it's a blackberry lime cake.
Ooh.
And I'm not really a lime gal or even really that much of a blackberry gal.
I love blackberry.
But this
Blackberry's good.
cake... to die for. But it's seasonal and it's only out for like a couple weeks in May. So like it's gone by the time my birthday rolls around. So like
No
you can
way.
only get it certain times. So my sister's graduation, we got it, but it's like a thing in my family now. Like we all, if one of us gets the cake, like we have to send pictures
What
to each
season
other.
is it around?
Memorial Day.
Okay.
Oh, that
You
makes
should
sense.
get it and freeze it. Like people do with their
Oh, I
wedding
should.
cakes.
Right. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
hard
with that.
because like fresh fruit.
Yeah. It won't be as good.
No,
It
but
won't be
I,
as good.
I
I,
like
I
dried
made
out.
a similar cake
Okay.
last year. I made like, it was like a strawberry lemony cake for my mom's birthday.
I
I like
remember
strawberry.
you
And
making
it
that, I think.
was
Or
delicious.
I'm just making
So
stuff up.
just cool fruity cakes.
Okay.
Cool fruity cakes.
Thank you, Maggie, for your
Thank you,
wonderful
Maggie.
question.
That
Thank
provoked
you
a lot of thought.
for
Very
being
topical.
a loyal fan.
Bringing
as
up
well.
my childhood like that.
Yeah.
All right. Now it's time
Kevin,
for the
it's your
random
first
word generator.
ever
This is not
random
rigged,
word.
y'all. This is not rigged.
No, he is proof.
He's witnessing it
not
live.
It's live, real time.
Are you ready?
Inflate.
Inflate.
The first thing I
Ooh.
think of when I think about inflate is like inflating a balloon.
Me too.
Or like
See,
some
I
sort
think
of
inflation because
Kevin's-
I know.
okay, straight for it.
Kevin's
Straightforward.
going to inflation.
inflation.
One thing about me, I cannot blow up balloons.
Me neither.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Like, I have tried so many times. Sometimes I'll get it finally, and it's like I blow up one, and then I can't get it again. And like, I don't know what it is,
What's,
but
the-
what's
asthma?
the issue?
I think my mouth just doesn't form right around it, and like I just can't do it. Like the air just
Yeah.
doesn't go in the balloon.
Just
You
weird.
have to like breathe from your stomach.
I also don't like it
like,
because it makes me
yeah.
feel lightheaded. You know?
you know, I'm pretty good at blowing balloons. I used to not be able to tie balloons.
Oh, that's
Oh,
tough.
that's
so
hard.
it's like we would be like throwing a party or something, and I'd blow them up, and I'd take them over to my mom, and
Yep.
she'd tie them, and I'm like, God bless your soul.
I feel like
Heather."
that's like a childhood, like a universal childhood experience.
Yeah.
It
Blowing up a
is.
balloon and then bringing it to your mom to tie it,
Yeah.
even though we couldn't blow
We
them
couldn't
up. You
I was
blow
know?
them
gonna
up.
say maybe
I
for
just
me,
run out of
but
breath.
you guys
Actually, I was the tire a lot of times. People would come to me to tie them.
really.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a horrible
would-
tire.
You would
I
be the
would
tire.
Yeah.
Think about this, everyone. In your friend group,
Consider the following.
are you the balloon blower or are you the balloon tire? Let us
True.
know.
I feel like you two are both tires, and I'm not just saying that
Because
because
we can't
you
blow
both
balloons.
admitted that you can't blow balloons.
We seem like tires.
but you just
I'm a terrible tire. That goes with balloons, anything. Tying my shoes. My mom, who's watching this right now, can totally attest to this right now. I'm terrible tying shoes growing up as a kid. Like 10 years old, nope.
No
Just
shame.
couldn't do it and just let it all loose.
Hey, that's why Velcro was
I did have created. Yeah, I literally
Created.
had Velcro like all my childhood to me. I was just like, I don't need it. And even with like Vans too. Like there's a Vans store in my local mall, and I was just looking at the shoes. I was like, you know what? Those are so easy to just get. You just slip them
Yeah.
on. They're just
Exactly.
So, they're
Why
like slippers.
Why tie
when
Why
you can
tie?
slip
Slip
on?
on.
It's so stress-free. If you're running for class, which I always do, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
very relatable issue. You just slide it on.
Exactly.
This is
so
not
simple.
an ad.
You know what? This brings up a really something that I've actually been thinking about a lot lately.
Ooh.
When I get I have a problem with buying shoes. I buy a lot of shoes. I bought a pair of shoes
Just
today.
shoes?
I buy a lot of things. I bought a pair of shoes.
You're a spender, not
I'm
a
a spender,
saver.
but I make money, so like I can spend. I do
Exactly.
save. I'm not crazy. I don't buy things when I don't have the money for them. But if I have the money, I'm going to spend it.
It's great.
Anyways, so I've been buying some shoes, and I've noticed that the criteria for a good pair of shoes is really specific. And one of the biggest things is being able to slide it on easily, even if it's a tied shoe. So,
Yeah.
like, I have this pair of white Puma sneakers that I'm wearing right now. They're my tried and true shoes. I wear them every day almost.
I can agree.
They
yeah.
are like
I've never seen you
ripped.
not wear them.
Yeah. But you know my favorite part? I probably haven't tied these shoes in like a year because I just slip them on.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Here's my thing.
Yeah, let's hear it.
There's something that reminds me of what I'm gonna say, and then I'll explain it.
Okay.
But I wear Converse a lot. That's my go-to shoe.
Converse are a pain in the butt.
Right, and they're high top.
Yeah.
High top Converse
Hate
are a pain in the
Converse.
butt. But I wear my black high top Converse, and like lacing those babies up, I would plan it out at sleepovers because I knew that I would take the longest to put my shoes on.
Yeah.
So like I'd be like, okay, I guess I wear my low tops or like some
You
other
break a
shoe.
sweat.
Because you sit there and you're like, guys, wait! Like you're like taking your shoes off to go on the trampoline.
It's
or
that
to
Phoebe
leave.
Buffet.
It's like,
No.
wait,
Wait for me.
guys,
Yeah.
hello. It's just like
get the
that.
shoe on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's similar to that
Okay.
is when you pay with cash at a cash register.
Yep.
I love paying with cash because it's like a gift card.
It's like
It
free
is.
money.
You're not
It
spending
is.
real money,
It's
right?
free money.
But there is nothing more humbling than when they give you your change back and you sit there trying to shove it in your wallet. Because I have like
Awful.
That's me all the time.
I have like a
A little
coin,
keychain.
a little coin purse,
if you will.
I have
And
a
I
full-on Levi wallet that I got from Boscov's. It's so bulky. Like literally, it's in my pocket.
Do you
I don't
have
feel like
a
getting it.
tough time putting cash? Because like that expands out.
Yes, I always
Really?
do.
Wow.
Yes, because it's just like trying to get in the right hole. And then my brother, again, shout out to my brother again
Hey,
for
Ryan.
watching. He insists on just like, why are you stuffing it all in? Just put it in numerical order. I'm just like,
No, Ryan.
I don't need
We don't have
to.
time for that.
We don't have time for that. We have
No.
places to be. There's so many other stores I need need to go to.
When there's a long line of people behind you and you're shoving your ones into your wallet, it's
just anxiety
you're not
inducing. I just
thinking
need to
about
get
putting
out of
it
that.
in numerical order.
It's like when the fire alarm goes off and you just like fire alarms. It's like you don't have time to like think of anything else. You just need to get out of there.
It's just like that.
It's just like that.
And you know what else it's like?
It's stressful.
When you're in your car and you're on a street and it's like one lane each way. You know, there's no turning lanes, but you have to turn left. And everybody gets stuck behind you.
Yeah.
And then they try to start doing the maneuver around you.
Oh my
and then
God.
they are like next to / behind you. And before you say this, yesterday I was driving home from school and there's this road where it's a light and there is a left turn lane, but it's like there's not a left turn arrow, but everyone just kind of takes the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
know
Everyone
exactly.
takes the shoulder as like the straight lane, even though it's not actually identified as that. And so I was there and I had just pulled up behind a car that was trying to turn left and I was about to go around. And all of the cars behind me started going past me straight.
What?
And
That's
I
why
got
you
cut
just
off.
that's why you just go in that lane to
I
begin
usually
with.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't yesterday, but it was a pain in my butt.
I know exactly. Like if you're from Millersville, I feel like you know what
You know
exactly
what I'm talking
Ruby's
about.
talking about.
Yeah,
Driving here is insane.
it is.
There's another like right in Millersville where you can either go straight or turn left to go to like the apartment complexes. And I come home from work that day and that's like a busy time. It's 1 p.m. Everyone's coming to class and I sit there and I'm like, I'm sorry to the people behind me. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to go.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
There are so many experiences like that where it's like you have to just wait, like putting the cash in your wallet. You just have to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But other people get so fed up. And like if someone's doing it in front of me, I might get a little annoyed too.
We all have
True.
our driver's license here.
Yes, we
Yes.
do. We were talking about this earlier. You thought I never had my driver's license.
Yeah.
And that the reason why I was
You
like,
kind of give
oh my
me
God.
don't have your
because
driver license
Kevin,
Oh my
vibes.
God.
I remember Kevin telling me, he's like, oh, I'm going to go home and practice driving. I was like, oh, he can't drive. That's okay. Like, he
Because
just has
I
his
haven't
permit.
driven
But
in such a long
He was
time.
like, Georgia, it was because I haven't driven in a while. And I was like, oh, that's my bad. So now that I know that we all have our licenses,
Yes. We could complain about driving.
Did you pass your driver's test the first time?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
I had it
you
easy.
definitely did not.
Yeah,
Jordan.
I did pass it the first time.
Nuh-uh.
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So
If it makes you feel any better, my mom didn't pass it the first time either.
me
Sorry to
and
put you on the
Donna-
spot.
Me and Donna see each
But
other.
bonding.
Do you want to know something funny?
Always.
My dad was driving my dad was going to get his driver's license back in the 80s and my uncle was driving him there. And I'm pretty sure that they got in a car crash on the way there.
To the
my
driver's
God.
test?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
no.
something like that. Dad, sorry if I got that story wrong. I know it was either like they got in a crash on the way there or on the way back.
Oh
but
my
like I
God.
don't think it was my dad's fault. I think it was my
Yeah.
uncle's fault.
But he was still in the car. Yeah.
Yeah. So you failed.
Yeah, so I failed.
So
Talk
you
to us.
failed.
Talk to us as a failure.
Let me open up.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
That was cold.
So the way
That
they
was-
did it in Carlisle was they had you parallel park first.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was like
That's
that for
a-
you guys.
that's what
It
Because
told
was
me.
in the middle.
if
It's weird.
you failed parallel parking, you didn't continue,
That's
which
what I
makes
was
sense.
like.
So I parallel parked like a god. I crushed parallel parking. Shout out to my mom, my dad, and my brother Alex for teaching me. Crushed. But don't you dare ask me to parallel park right now.
No.
I was good in high school, and I was good when I drove a
You
Fiat.
can do it.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Kind of.
I
It's
haven't in a
not the
while. I
same.
think I'm just too nervous.
I need to relearn. I'm about to take myself back to the driver's license place
Same.
and practice. So when I took my driver's test, it was actually like 5 or 6 years ago now.
Old
That's
lady.
scary.
Which is crazy.
I got mine a year ago.
Ruby is
It's only because of
old.
COVID.
Ruby
Like
is
everything,
old.
That's true.
everything was closed,
And I'm also old.
I was in the musicals all the time, so I didn't have time.
That's
Yeah.
fair. So
But yeah, it was.
I passed it. However, I almost didn't. And it is because of parallel parking.
Couldn't be me.
So
Ha.
here's
Oh.
what happened.
But I did.
I'm with
Sorry,
this
that's
guy in the car. I don't remember his name.
This dude.
Let's call him like Rick. He gives off Rick vibes. And I pull up.
good. Shout out
Shout out
Jake.
Jake.
Okay, I'll pull up.
Oh my god.
And, you know, I start trying to back in and maneuver myself into the spot, and I hit the curb. And he's like, ooh. And I'm like,
He gave you that look.
And you know how like you have 3 reverses and 3 forwards that you can use. I had used like 2.
But if you hit the curb, you're done.
Well, I was like, Rick, can I please start over? And he was like, look, you can start over, but you only have 1 reverse and 1 forward.
Damn.
And I slid right into that spot.
She slithered.
Perfectly. And Rick starts dying laughing.
What?
And I was like, Rick, why are you laughing? And he goes, I didn't think you were going to make it. And I was like, I didn't think I was going to either.
You and me both.
And then I aced the driving part.
Exactly.
And here we are. And then very next day, next day, I drove myself to school and it was an ice storm and I slid through a stoplight.
Oh.
So don't get your driver's license in January. I was fine.
I got my, because we both were June babies.
Yep.
Anyways, so back to me.
Yes. Sorry.
I did the parallel parking, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
True.
And I was with this lady.
Let's call her Jan.
Jan. Oh my gosh, she was a Jan. She had like the Karen haircut.
Oh
my God.
And she was in like a suit. And I was like, lady, you work at the DMV. Why are you dressed like Ruby working at the Capitol?
She works for the government still. We're both state
That's
employees.
true.
But when I tell you about the other guy I had, it'll all make sense. And you know, I did.
You had 2.
I did the whole route, and I was like, yes, I nailed it.
Success.
I can't believe I'm gonna be driving. This is great. We pull back into the DMV parking lot, and she was like, I can't pass you. And I was like, what?
Jan.
And she was like, you turned right on red.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
And I was like,
I was like,
oh, okay. Because what am I? I'm not gonna be like, yes. Well, you can turn right on red. It was I turned right on red. I did turn on red, but it was.
But even the like no turn on red, like that was not there.
No, it wasn't, because
So it
I've
was
been
legal.
back to Carlisle, and I've seen it was legal. But I think maybe I didn't come to a complete stop.
Okay.
Maybe I slid through.
Boo-hoo.
Regardless, I would have appreciated it if Jan would have told me then, been like, you're done.
Yeah.
Because I went through so cocky the rest of my time.
She
and
should have just
goes,
stopped you there.
I can't pass you. You have to wait 2 weeks before you can whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it was literally 2 weeks I waited. I was on the wait list. And then I went back and I was driving my sister's car at the time, which was a Volkswagen Beetle. I did that for both tests, which is probably how I nailed parallel parking. But, we'll just say I'm so
I
good.
was in a full SUV.
We'll just say I'm so good.
It's hard. I mean, with me, for when I was driving, I was in my mom's Honda Pilot.
Those things are massive.
Yeah.
They
My mom
are
drives
big.
one.
They're bulky. Literally, with parallel parking, I think it was like the second thing I did.
Wait. Did you have a backup cam?
I was just going to
I
ask. Did you?
Then no.
Yeah, me
Yeah, I
either.
did.
Privilege.
But
Yeah.
I think with that situation, I don't think I was allowed to use it. Wait,
Yeah.
no. I did not use that car because it had a backing up camera. I'd use their car.
You would use the DMV car?
I'd use the DMV car.
Wait, what
It
was
was
that
fancy.
like?
I never
It was
heard of that.
fancy. It was I forget what car it was. It was a really fancy car. It wasn't like a Tesla. It was probably like a Volkswagen or something.
What's
like that.
wrong with the Volkswagens are fancy? Hey,
No.
hey.
I just,
Yeah, he said it was fancy.
it was fancy.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it wasn't fancy, like a Tesla.
Well, no.
I mean, not as
But it was
No,
still
not as
fancy.
still fancy.
That's my bad.
Anyways, but it was like the second thing, and my driver instructor was like the funniest guy ever. He was so like all the times we were driving, he was the kind of guy who would just like tell his life story. It was just like, hey, that's where my ex lives. I was like,
Sounds like my grandma.
it was
Mine
just-
were so uptight.
Me too.
No, mine was so chill. He
Love
was
yours?
so funny, but he was so
His-
distracting too. He
Yours
was just
is definitely named Jerry.
Yeah.
He was or like I was like no, I forget his
Not
name
his actual
too.
name,
Not his
but,
actual
like,
name, but
his
he's
We'll
such a
wild
Jerry.
call him Jer Bear.
After
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
Yep.
After Seinfeld.
So my second,
Georgia still-
I know I'm trying, guys. My second, I know you all care.
Exactly.
My second time was about 2 weeks later. It was literally the freeziest. It was the coldest.
Brr.
Shut up.
It's the freeziest day of the year.
It was the freeziest day of the
It's
year.
timber.
It was negative degrees. It was cold. And one thing about me, I don't wear a jacket.
No, we've talked about this.
You're wearing a jacket right now.
but
I'm
a
wearing
coat.
a button-up.
Georgia doesn't
That's
wear
not a
coat.
jacket.
You will never.
I don't know fashion, you guys.
You will never see me in a winter coat.
Oh, okay. So a winter coat is a jacket.
I guess
Yeah.
I guess I wear jackets, not
True.
coats. And a lot of the time, if it's a jacket, it goes with the outfit.
Mhm.
And
It has
so
to match.
it was much worse in high school.
Right.
Much worse.
Much. I love
And-
how you say that.
Much.
Much worse.
It's like really satisfying.
Thanks, Ruby.
You're welcome.
So I wasn't wearing a jacket. It was freezing. And I was in like a sweater, I think. And this guy comes out. He has a fishing hat on, like a bucket hat, and a fishing vest.
And that's your
and that's my instructor. And he was,
Rod.
you know, Rod.
Rod?
That's his name.
Or Ron.
Rod.
Like
Yeah,
a fishing
like
rod?
Rodney.
Like a fishing
His
rod.
name,
my
we'll call him
God.
Rodney because I
Yeah.
like that.
Rodney.
So Rodney comes out. We parallel park, and you know he's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In your
And he gets in to my tiny ass little Volkswagen Bug.
Could you see?
Yeah, I could see.
Okay.
He
I didn't know if
takes
he blocked your view.
No. He took the seat all the way back. This man rolls down the windows.
Oh.
And like I said this about my Fiat, it was the same in the Beetle. Like when you roll down the windows in that car, it's practically convertible because of how small it is.
Yeah.
True.
So coldest day of the year, rolls down the window.
No.
Rodney.
I do
my
the parallel
God.
parking, and I'm like, okay, maybe he just wanted them down so he could like see my, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
look
see
out
the
the window,
curb.
whatever.
No.
We finish. I perfect it again.
Okay. Did you turn right on red?
Shut up. I pull away. I start doing the route, and the windows are still down, and I'm freezing my ass off. And I go, hey, can we roll the windows up? And he goes, I'm hot. And I was like, okay, sorry, Rodney, sorry. And like,
Is that how you were like in the moment? You're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
I mean,
I would do the same thing too. I get so anxious.
Yeah, I'd like
and
to
the guys
think-
are so like the people who test you are so
They're
intimidating. But my
scary.
instructor was like so chill. So going from that to that.
So you had an instructor, and then somebody else gave you the test.
Yes.
Okay.
Did
I
your
did-
school do like driving?
So I didn't do the government one because it was really expensive.
Yeah.
We had this Bluebell driving school,
Oh,
which was nice, and it was
that's so cool.
the Bluebell driving school. I know, and it was so much cheaper. Like the people there were really really nice
Yeah.
too, and it was yeah,
My driving school was called Jason Mundock Academy.
shout out.
it was for free.
My dad was
for
teaching
free.
me since I was 14 years old.
Dang.
Yeah.
And all I'll say is the day I got my permit, I was hitting 60 on the road.
You're a fast driver?
I was a pro.
Oh God.
I was a pro. Would you guys say that you're good?
Can I please finish my story?
Are you still going?
Yes.
We
Go
we
finish.
literally did just interrupt you.
So
Finish.
I
Don't feel
asked
bad.
him, I was like, can I roll down the windows? And he said, I'm hot. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay. And the thing is, like, I'm such a talkative person. Like, I really like,
That's why she has this podcast
I know,
called Hyper Talkative.
I don't love silence. I think silence with the right person is fine.
Yeah.
But silence with someone I've never met, I'm like, there's something I could be saying right now. Like, make like conversations. I'm not going to sit in the car middle of winter, freezing ass cold, no radio playing, and not say anything. You know, I want to get to know you, Rod. So I said, and this is a genuine question. Sorry. I said, how many times do you think you do this a day? He goes, let's focus on the route, please.
Whoa.
I said, okay.
Rod.
I just wanted to know because man does that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Literally.
Maybe the weekends. I don't
And
know.
there
knows?
is always a line at the DMV,
Yeah.
and it is hard to get a driver's test. So you know he's busting his ass, pulling those kids around.
Sorry, I was curious, Rodney.
Yeah, Rodney.
And then, this is the last part, I swear. You know, I pull up, he goes, you pass. I said, hooray, thank you so much. I get out of my car. They're right by an ice patch. I slip and fall on my ass and scrape my knee. Well, I think I might
Oh my
have,
God.
I don't know. But I fell and I scraped my knee and it was bleeding. And
Through your pants?
through my pants.
Oh.
And Mans was getting out of the car, and I know Rodney saw me. I know he saw me. Said nothing.
Rodney.
I literally was
Look
like,
what you've done.
I think I was like,
You're literally screaming at me. Help me, help me.
help me,
Nothing.
Rodney.
My knee.
I'm so like vocal, like I'll like not even run into something and be like, ow. So I definitely was like, ow, or like,
Literally,
shit.
I've seen you do that before in my head. It's just like, oh my God, are you okay?
Rodney walked his little fishing hat back into the DMV, didn't say anything.
So rude.
I'm fine now, Rod.
She's not hung up on it, Rod.
Uh-uh.
No.
Hold this grudge to this
Why
day.
would you say that?
Fishing rod.
Rod. Yeah. Oh my
Anyways,
God.
that's my story. It's over now. Ruby, you were going to ask a question, weren't you?
I was going to ask if you guys think that you're good drivers now.
Oh, true. I think the people who see me drive think I'm the worst driver
I'm not going to lie,
in
Kevin.
humanity.
I think I'd be really terrified to be in a car with you.
No, you would. No, you would.
Yeah.
My friends can attest you would. Literally, I get so anxious when I'm driving because I'm always in those situations where it's like the car that's turning.
Yep.
And so I was just like, no, you go. No, I'm always the guy who's like, no, you go. No, you. Literally, I'm at a red light and a red light. And I'm just like stopping. I'm just like, no, wait, just go.
My
just go.
mom
Please make
yells
this
at me
easier.
for that because sometimes I'll be in one of those awkward situations where it's like you both kind of pull up at the same time. Even if I was like a little first, I'll wave them on. She's like, you got there first. You're supposed to go.
I've gotten better with that, but still. I'm better driving alone, but when I'm driving my friends who are like very talkative, love you all, from back home, it's a little difficult. And even at times they're like, Kev, we're being too loud, and me just being like, no, it's fine, it's fine.
You just get
talk.
nervous.
I just get nervous, yeah.
That's
It's a
okay.
very simple word.
I know Ruby has
Love you
seen
guys.
a few episodes, but Kevin, have you seen Bob's Burgers?
I have never seen Bob's
Okay.
Burgers. I should, though.
Basically, there's a scene where Bob, the dad, is teaching Tina, the oldest child, to drive.
Oh, I need to watch that.
And they're in a parking lot, and it's the first time she's ever been
That's
behind the
literally
wheel.
how my dad taught me.
He was like, why don't you just give it a try, Tina? Like, you're going to be 16 soon. Like, give it a shot. And she's like, I don't know, Dad. Like, her whole thing is like, her character is like super, super awkward and is like, like she says that all the time.
Yeah.
And so she gets behind the wheel and there's one other car in the parking lot. Like it's an empty ass parking lot. And he's like, reverse, like pull out or something. I don't know. She reverses.
Oh no.
And just keeps reversing all the way to the only other car in the lot. And it's one of the funniest moments in TV history because Bob's like, okay, Tina, like no pressure, but there is a car back there, so just watch out. And then she's like, and he's like, okay, Tina, you're getting closer to the car, like just,
Slow down.
pull forward, like it's fine, but it's the only other car in the lot, like you can't hit it. And then she keeps doing it, and she's like, oh my, he's like, for the love of God, Tina, you're gonna hit the car. And then she ends up like giving it a little love tap.
Oh gosh.
But I feel like that's how you would be. It's like you're so nervous.
That's
that
exactly how I am.
You're
Yeah.
so focused that you're not focused.
If my brother shares a picture of me driving like this, I'm the kind of person who's like,
You're right up on the wheel.
right up on the wheel.
I literally, my mom is shorter than me by a good like 3-4 inches. But when I get in her car, like, hold on, I just contradicted myself.
What?
I was going to say that I lean back like pretty far when I drive. But when I get in her car, I always have to move it forward.
Yeah.
Even though she's shorter than me.
No, because
So maybe she leans back far.
Yeah.
I like to
Perplexing.
sit back and relax. Also, so I've been a really big fan lately of doing my hair in a slick back bun. I
Yes.
think it's so cute. I love it. The only annoying thing is when I drive, I can't lean my head back against the
Yeah.
rest because my bun is there.
And they'll get
And so the other day, I was driving with Jake and my hair was in this bun, and I literally had him take off the headrest and throw it in my back seat. So there was just nothing. It was
That's
just a seat.
nice.
And
That's
I was
interesting.
just like free balling. My head was rolling. Like
That's
Like,
that's kind of clever of you to do.
it worked out.
Do you recommend it to
comfy.
our viewers?
I do. If
Yes.
you're ever driving with a tight, slick back bun,
or even like a claw clip.
I heard you're not supposed to drive with those. It's like a big thing.
Oh my God.
because they can like go into your
I
head.
saw a TikTok about that. Oh, okay. I don't want to think about that any longer because
No.
I'll vomit.
That's
No.
yeah. Oh my God.
I was trying to think if I have any other like funny or embarrassing driving stories.
We all
I
know.
have one.
We
I
all know
have one.
my
Oh, yes, you
embarrassing
go.
driver story. So I'm not gonna say it again.
yeah, because she's.
But I
when I
yes, let's
crashed
hear
my car.
yours.
I do have one though. So this was New Year's Eve this past year.
Oh, I have one about New Year's Eve. too.
New Year's Eve. Yes, it's always New Year's Eve. It's pretty uneventful, but still, it's my first accident. It's my first one.
I've never been in one. knock on wood.
So my brother, my mom, and my dad were just like, "Hey, it's New Year's Eve. We're gonna go out to eat." And I was planning on driving by myself to my friends for New Year's Eve just to celebrate. They left. Then they had dinner for like an hour and stuff, and then it was time for me to go hang out with my friends. So I go out. I start up my minivan.
We've all been there.
Start up my minivan. Get the tunes going. I actually don't think I had music on at the time, which is good.
I like driving in silence. I do it quite a lot.
True.
Couldn't be me.
Oh well.
But I had to reverse, and it was in the dark, and I think it was like a little bit of a flurry, like a little snow flurry.
Yeah.
I was driving back, and then I was just reversing. We have our driveway's like on a little bit of an angle,
Oh.
so you have to go back, and then it's such a short spot. I had my lights on, and my car has the thing where it's like if you're
Yeah.
too close to a car.
How does that go? Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And then I went back and I just apparently didn't associate that went off and my lights were blinking or whatever.
Ooh.
And I just didn't see I had my backlights on. I had everything working and I just heard a little
Ooh.
little
A little pachoo.
and
Yeah.
then if you could have seen me in the car,
Oh,
which
gosh,
no one
I can
else
imagine.
was there, it was like I was like angry and sad and scared at the same time. I was just like, this is it. This is it for me. I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to go out with my friends. I haven't seen them in so long. So I immediately like pull back up, literally like just like. And then like run into the house, open the heat, and it's like, I called my mom right away, and my mom was just like, oh, we're just finishing up dessert, no worries. I was like, how are you not? And
Why are you not flipping out,
Why are you
Donna?
not flipping out right now? But she came back and she was just like, okay, so this car clearly shouldn't have parked like that. Luckily, it was those kinds of situations. And it was just a screw.
Just a little bit.
It was
Love
literally
that.
in the back of the car.
Good.
Just
That
like a
was
little
it. It was
McDonald's
dent.
drive-through situation.
In my old neighborhood, my neighbor that lived across the street was like a grouchy old man. I mean, he was nice sometimes, but he was mainly grouchy.
Like
And
Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street.
yeah, and if my friends would park like even a little bit in front of his house, which he had a full driveway, they never had cars parked in front of their house. If one of my friends parked a little bit in front of his house, he would leave notes on
Are you
their
serious?
cars.
Ransom. Jeez.
And he would leave notes in our mailbox
oh my
being
God.
like, you can't have your people park here, blah, blah, blah.
Oh
We were
my
like,
God.
dude, literally, you're not parking there. It's not in your way. It's not blocking your car. It's not blocking the other neighbor's car.
You have nothing
There's
to lose.
no problem.
That's ridiculous.
Just
Joel.
be adults.
Joel.
Be adults.
Be adults.
Be adults.
I always like wanted someone when I drove my Fiat to leave a note on my car that was like, love your car. Just
Yeah.
a weird thing that I always wanted. But
But
a couple weeks ago, I drive to work and I park my car in the lot and
You
it's
park
there.
your
you never walk.
No.
Not even if it's like 80
I'm
degree
so
weather.
lazy. Maybe I'll walk, but not to work, just for fun.
Yeah.
So, I drive my car to work and there's this white Jeep that always parks next to me. Just something I've noticed because like she had really like, or they had really like eye-catching bumper stickers and I was
Yeah.
like, that car is so cute. I love it, whatever. And they would always park next to me on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's just how it was. Just something
It's
I
like your
noticed.
little parking buddy.
Yeah. And so we were both just parking the same spot, not assigned, just where our hearts wanted to go. And I came out the one day and there was a note on my windshield and it was like bright green. I was like, oh my God, did I get a ticket? I park here every day, Millersville Police.
Millersville would.
Don't you dare, I have a pass.
They've been so strict lately.
But
too.
I like picked it up and it was a note. And it was like, I just wanted to say, like, I can tell by your air freshener, which is a Harry Styles air freshener that Ruby got me for my birthday.
You're welcome.
I always see
him-
it too. It's so good.
It's him as like a saint. So that's my
can
air
see it.
freshener. And then I also have little flowers in my air vents that I got from Amazon. And she was like, I can tell you have great taste, like, because I love your air freshener. And I have those same flowers in my vents. And she signed it and she was like, sincerely, the girl in the white Jeep that parks next to you. And I was like, oh. And I was like, man, people are nice.
People are
There's
nice.
good in the world. you
Faith in
guys.
humanity restored.
Exactly.
And on that note, I think it's time
What
we
a
wrap
perfect
up.
Yes.
ending spot.
We started with Inflate.
And we
Inflate.
ended on
Love notes.
Love notes.
Oh,
That's so
That's
good.
so special.
So special.
my
And what a
gosh.
great way to end season two.
With love and gratitude. For some of my
Exactly.
best friends.
Oh.
Pass it on.
Pass it
Pass it
on.
on.
Pass on the kindness.
This is your
Peace and
sign.
love.
If
Peace and
you've
love.
been wanting to leave a little note for someone, just do it.
Do it because it will literally make their
Make
day.
their year.
Thank
That's
you
wild.
so
Thank
much,
you, Kevin, for being on.
being
Thank
here.
you.
Ooh. What did you think? Can you give us an experience rated out of
A
5 stars?
review like a movie.
Yes.
It was 5 out of 5.
Yes.
Good. Perfect.
Good.
Hosts were incredible. Topics were topical.
Yes.
Very, very, very interesting topics. My childhood was brought up, which was fun.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
And all of the viewers who are watching, thank you for watching, of course.
Where can our viewers find you if you want them to find you?
Oh, on my socials, yes. So I have a lot of Instagram handles. I'm a little here, I'm a little there, you know.
Yeah.
My personal Instagram label is at Kevlin49. To my friend, our friend Tyler Gilmer always loves to make fun of mine. He's like, "Hey, Kevlin49." I'm just like,
That's
okay.
so Tyler.
We'll link it in the
We'll
description.
link it in the
Show
description.
notes.
Then I have like my professional account, and then I have my radio show account.
We'll link them all.
He's
so
all
you
over
can
the
go
gram.
I'm
follow.
all over the grid, you know.
And then while you're following Kevin, you can also follow us if you don't already at Hyper Talkative Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, at Hyper Talkative on Twitter.
We have a link tree in all of our bios, which have links to everything else. So you can just go down a rabbit hole of hypertalkativeness, which sounds pretty great. We also have a website, www.hypertalkative.com.
Hypertalkativepodcast.com.
Sorry. Got a little bit ahead of myself.
I was going to say it with you, like Hyper Talkative
here.
Podcast. Ready?
www.hypertalkativepodcast.com. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Like a little jingle.
And we'll see you guys on the flippity flip.
For the final
Like
time.
Michael Scott.
Yes.
See you on the flippity flip.
For the final time in season 2.
Wow.
Peace be with you.
And with you.
There we go.
Perfect.
Hyper Talkative Podcast is brought to you by us. Just us.
Unless you want to sponsor us. Wink, wink.
Hyper Talkative is recorded at the Candy Factory Co-working and Social Club in downtown Lancaster.
Our theme music was done by help from Johnny Jed Music, and the show is recorded, edited, and published by Georgia Hall and Ruby Murdoch.